I'm Tessa with MamasGeeky. Thank you both so much for taking the time today.
Hi,
Thank you,
Tessa. Thank you.
Tessa.
I got to see this at Fantastic Fest, which what an audience. Can you just talk about like why House of Spoils was so good for the Fantastic Fest audience?
Oh, that's great to hear. We just felt like we were so lucky to screen there with like the enthusiasm and like vitality and actually food passion of the Austin community was like a obviously just like such a great match. And we thank Amazon and Blumhouse for sort of making that happen. Yeah, and we were just very honored to participate.
It was definitely a perfect film that fit in with the vibes of Fantastic Fest. Absolutely. I want to ask you about the decision. I love how anytime someone's eating something, it really like closes up and shows that. So can you kind of talk about the decision to include shots like that?
Absolutely. Yeah. You want to help people taste it with their minds, you know? So I think anything to kind of bring the experience of the senses. Also, I think some of it was part of Chef's vulnerability. She's really watching these other people taste her food and sort of that leaning in of like, what's going to happen? What I don't know what's happening, And so, um, I think, yeah, we wanted some real close-up tasting shots.
It was great. I want to say, and I'm trying to say this without spoilers, for me, the end was very empowering. The last few moments, I guess that's not spoilery. That makes sense, right? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yes. So can you talk about really bringing that scene together as much as you can without spoilers? Because I was like so in it.
Hmm,
I'm
that's
so happy to hear that, Tessa.
great to hear.
Hmm.
I know it just felt like it came together so well in the end there.
I mean, Ariana is like so much a credit to that. She really like understood. Actually, I think this is like such a nuanced thing. She really understood energetically what Chef needed to embody in that final scene, which actually is there. She has very few lines past then, and actually it's just a look or a way she moves. And this was like a whole change of like a character who starts the movie as a soldier and then transforms. So like that is we really want to like recognize what Ariana just like radiated from the inside out that like made that scene feel what it was.
That's so good. Bridget, do you have anything to add?
Well, yes, I know I'm all worried about spoilers, which I
I
wasn't worrying about in the other interviews. I was like, I guess it didn't even occur to me.
know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think, yeah, it's part of her journey, and this is like sort of hopefully the payoff of the movie is to kind of give a model of like what it can feel like to find your authentic voice. And the gnarly journey, and that it might not look how you expected it to, but there's a lot of peace in her, even though it's really crazy, the context.
I wanted to ask Tessa what about it made you feel
I
empowering.
don't know.
I actually wanted to turn it on you.
Yeah, no, I really think it's like her movements and the camera shots and even the like music that's being played. I'm trying so hard not to like, but you know what I'm talking about when she's just like in it and she feels so like she's found herself, right? And she doesn't care. And I love how everyone stops and watches her. I just loved it. I was like, yes, girl, go.
That's, that's great. Yeah, it's sort of
I,
like this like not caring thing was really special.
yeah, because she has kind of worried about what people will think of her food. And then
Mhm.
she's just like, this is me and I don't care. And I loved that. And then real
Takes
quick,
a long journey to get there, don't you think?
it
So I
is.
feel like it's that for us, that's not an easy journey. We're still on it, we're always
Yeah.
on that, you're trying to let go of what people think and trust your own intuition and your own gut. And so, sometimes it takes, crawling through a lot of stuff.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Exactly. And then real quick before we wrap, I want to talk about the decision to include like the witchiness because I think that really, it's like culinary witchy vibes mashed together into something so beautiful. So can you talk about finding the witches as part of this?
Hmm.
It was its own journey to find the witches for sure. And then once they were there, we were like, you, you, you were always there, weren't you?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It was, yeah, we didn't, it didn't always have multiples and like sort of the community that we were referring to. Um, yeah, I think it's this model of other ways of this these other ways of being, this
Mhm.
sovereign women who aren't looking for other people's input, and that, people might call that a witch,
Mhm.
but maybe that term we can reclaim it, so it's kind of that's sort of, I think also, for I think what the witch also represents for a very long part of the movie is just Chef's fears.
Mhm.
Fears of being messy and not out of control, and not, you know, not sanitary, like you're dirty. You know what I mean? There's like all these things, like
A
these fears.
pacified woman, a woman who's not welcome or not liked, and
Yeah.
this opposite, this all these sort of things that get kind of like dumped onto the witch um archetype. Yeah. So
Amazing. Well, I loved this movie, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Geeky.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for taking the time today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for talking with me.
I got to see this at Fantastic Fest, and it was amazing to see it with that crowd.
Oh, whoa, thank you. Thanks for coming and being there. That was a
It,
good crowd.
it was good. It was so fun. I'm going to
Mhm.
jump right to it without spoilers, but the ending felt very empowering for me just
Good.
watching it. I love that sequence. So, what was it like for you to do that?
Oh my God, I had so much fun. I loved it. Like it was very it was empowering. It was very sensual in a way, but not like overtly. It was such an exploration in just like being intuitive and like following your gut wherever it wanted to go. And like in her case, it's all about the food. And she's like, I'm gonna do this now, and I'm gonna do this now, and look at this beautiful thing that I made. And
Mhm.
there's no explanation. Isn't it so nice to see a woman not explain herself? Oh my God.
Yes.
Like,
That's what I'm talking about. It was amazing. Like, and then proved herself right to everybody.
boom blow, like it's just it's such to me it's such a beautiful like way of experiencing this story and watching an ambitious human, an ambitious woman go down the path of making carving a space for herself and doing something that is inherently very hard, and watching her try, fail, try again, and ultimately hopefully the audience decides that she succeeds on her own merits. I love that.
I know. Is that kind of what drew you to this movie?
Probably. I don't know if I fully realized it at the time. Initially, I was like, "Ooh, cool, a character that her name is Chef, and that's it."
Yeah.
Because I was like, "That's wild. She's totally defined by her work." You know what I'm saying? And like, how many people can relate to that at one point or another, having an experience of like, there is no such thing as a work-life balance. It's only work, and what I need to do to be great at that. Um, it's nice that I think we're kind of moving into a time where people are striving for work-life balance, but
Mhm.
I think for a long time society's been like, rat race of success, get on it. If you're not on it, you're not doing it right. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I want to know for you, if you were to be in a house like this, you personally, how do you think you would handle it? You think you'd follow the way of Chef, or do you think you'd run out and never come back?
Oh, honestly, I'm one of those weirdos and like I'll just sit there. Like, you good? How's it going, spirits? Thank you for letting me be here. If there's anything you need to share, I'm here for you. I mean, I probably wouldn't enjoy the mold. You know what I
And the
mean?
bugs, yeah.
Or the bugs, like, so I'd call an exterminator.
I love it. I want to ask you about working with Barbie too, because I love the two of you in this, and I love the ups and downs of your
Mhm.
characters' relationship. So, what was it like working
Yeah.
with her on this?
Oh, she's just exquisite. She is such a delicious human. Her energy is chef's kiss. I know it's cheesy, but it's true. We had a really good time, and honestly, we just we sat around on set just being humans, chatting about life, which is the best way, you know? And so, I mean, interestingly enough, when we would go to shoot those scenes where Chef was kind of like really giving it to her, I remember feeling really bad. The part of me that was Ariana was like, ooh, that is mean. And she's such a good human. But I think the world of Barbie. I love her work. I love the choices she's making for herself and her career. I think, she's definitely someone to watch, and I really hope that I'll get to work with her again.
And then what would you say to people to get them to check out House of Spoils?
I would say, you guys, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, if you like horror, there's definitely something for you. If you like a genre bending thriller meets horror, let's go. If you like beautiful film, there's something beautiful about this. Our production designer, Alex, did her thing. But I think if you want to watch something that is perfect for the weather that you're experiencing, for the season that we're in, that also has a really cool message, and you get to watch a woman be a badass with a knife, this movie's for you.
Amazing. And then I know you mentioned it at Fantastic Fest, but you were really in like dirt.
Oh yeah, Hondo
Can you
P.
talk about that? Because that's
Yeah,
crazy.
they built a tunnel for me to be in. And I'm slightly claustrophobic.
Oh, great. Perfect.
So that was good. But I was really in a tunnel that had real dirt in it. And I also wear contact lenses.
Mm.
So that was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, perfect. I wear contacts and I cannot imagine.
Oh, I don't recommend it. It's like when you go to the beach and you get sand in your eye, only multiply by like 1,000, and you're in it like all day.
Great.
But I think the outcome was definitely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. I love this movie. I had a blast with it. And like I said, super empowering, and your performance is incredible. So
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
thank you.